Konnichiwa. I am Jomar Bahante from the Philippines. I am a doctor course student in Shizuoka University under Professor Jin Yoshimura of the Department of Mathematical and Systems Engineering. One of the researches that I am doing here in Shizuoka University is about mathematical modeling of host-parasite coevolution. To introduce my topic, let me present two concepts in evolutionary biology: the red queen and the court jester. Biotic interaction has been hypothesized to cause coevolution in hosts and parasites. This hypothesis is called the red queen, named after the red queen in Alice in Wonderland. Also, abiotic factors such as stochastic physical environmental perturbations drive evolution in species. This hypothesis is named the court jester. Before I continue, let me mention that our research is in collaboration with Professor Dieter Ebert of the University of Basel, Switzerland. Now, I present to you one of the problems that we want to address. Mathematical models focus on 3 or less hosts and the equal number of parasites. However, many natural host-parasite interactions usually involve multiple types of hosts and parasites. Here, we aim to evaluate how the numbers of host and parasite types affect the occurrence and qualitative behavior of red queen dynamics. Another issue that we want to address is to formulate and evaluate a model of host-parasite interaction that exhibits both the red queen and court jester dynamics. Because the red queen and court jester are fundamental ideas in species evolution. However, evidences combining these two hypotheses are limited. Note that the red queen dynamics happen in microevolutionary timescale, while the court jester dynamics happen in macroevolutionary timescale. For the preliminaries, I present to you the models that we have used in our simulations. Here is a model with type 2 functional response with n number of hosts and n number of parasites. The first set of equations represents the change in the size of host populations. Here, host may mean host species, host genotypes, host varieties, or host strains. The second set of equations represents the change in the size of parasite populations. Similarly, parasite types may mean parasite species, parasite genotypes, parasite varieties, or parasite strains. The model with type 2 functional response is used to investigate the occurrence and behavior of the red queen dynamics involving more than 3 host and parasite types. We search for the conditions that drives the existence of red queen cycles, such as the parameter host growth rate R sub I, the term characterizing interhost competition with carrying capacity K, and the structure of parasitism efficiency. We also observe the effect of parasite death rate D sub J. Now, here is a model with type 3 functional response. Notice that the size of host population in the functional response is squared. We employed this model to understand the dynamics between the red queen and court jester combined. With regards to the graph of the functional response, type 1 is linear, type 2 is hyperbolic curve, and type 3 follows sigmoidal curve. In types 2 and 3 functional responses, rates of infection and host utilization by parasites tend to satiate at relatively high host density. However, type 3 functional response incorporates parasite learning and host switching. I now present some of our findings using the model with type 2 functional response. First, we define the red queen dynamics or red queen cycles. These are oscillating host or parasite densities exhibiting dominance replacement by another host or parasites, such that the amplitude of the oscillations are qualitatively identical but out of phase. Here, every host or parasite has the opportunity to be numerically dominant for a certain period of time. Figure B illustrates the red queen cycles, while figure A and C are non-red queen. The red queen dynamics demonstrate never-ending switching of dominant or common host type. In mathematical point of view, red queen cycles are those converging towards heteroclinic cycle undergoing sequential heteroclinic switching. The red queen dynamics demonstrate winnerless host-parasite coevolution. This winnerless phenomenon is one of the many manifestations of the red queen. Here we show that red queen cycles still emerge in systems involving more than 3 hosts and parasites, such as with n equals 5, n equals 10, n equals 15, and n equals 20 as shown in the figure on the screen. The figure on the screen only shows the host population time series. Similar red queen switching behavior can be seen in the parasite population time series. Only certain combinations of parameter values lead to the red queen dynamics. For example, the parameter region where the red queen cycles arise contracts as the number of interacting host and parasite types increases, as shown in the figure. Also, relatively large host carrying capacity and intermediate rates of parasite mortality result in the red queen cycles. Consequently, the interplay between interhost competition and parasite infectivity and specificity influences the condition for the red queen dynamics. Now, let me discuss our findings using the model with type 3 functional response. In a system with many host and parasite genotypes, we showed that a special mode of red queen dynamics drive evolutionary switching between exactly 2 dominant or common genotypes, while the rest of the genotypes are rare and have phase lock population dynamics. Examples are shown on the screen. We call this special mode of red queen dynamics as the red queen binary oscillations. This type of red queen dynamics explains the excess of rare species phenomenon. Our modified Lotka-Volterra consumer resource model of host-parasite interaction exhibits both the red queen and court jester dynamics. As shown in the figure, the regime of the common host or parasite type can be replaced by a rare one through the introduction of stochastic physical environmental perturbations following the Ornstein-Uhlenbeck process, which we assume to represent the court jester. Notice that one of the common host and common parasite, look at the green type, are replaced by another host and parasite, look at the blue type. This phenomenon is due to the aggregate effect of stochastic noise. This theory is related to genotype cross-environment interaction and related to the turnover pulse hypothesis. The red queen binary oscillations are influenced by the number of host or parasite types and by the carrying capacity. In the figure, with n as the y-axis and k as the x-axis, the solution to the model converges to equilibrium, see region 1. The non-red queen oscillations arise in region 2a, and the red queen binary oscillations arise in region 2b, around k greater than 3 times n. Increasing the degree of stochastic perturbation increases the chance that the court jester will occur and recur. There is small random noise in figure A. Then we increase the noise in figure B. We again increase the noise in figure C. However, as we further increase the noise in figure D, very large catastrophic physical environmental perturbations, such as volcanic eruption, do not result in an increased rate of recurrence of the court jester, but rather result in the extinction of several species. We believe that understanding the dynamics of host-parasite interaction with stochastic physical and environmental noise can provide new insight into the fields of evolutionary biology, parasite ecology, biomedical parasitology, and epidemiology. Our findings have significant impact on the theory of host-parasite coevolution, especially in extending current studies to a multiple genotype or many species system involving different functional response. I end my presentation here. If you want to know more about the details of my research, please do not hesitate to contact me in my email. Part of my research is funded by the Japanese government MEX scholarship. Arigato gozaimasu. My research is about host-parasite coevolution, particularly the red queen hypothesis. The problem of my research is evaluate how the number of hosts and parasites and the parameter conditions affect the red queen. I address this issue by using mathematical models and mathematical analysis. My research is theoretical in nature. I want to contribute to the advancement of the study of host-parasite interaction involving many species and involving different functional response. Our findings have significant impact on the current theoretical and experimental studies in the fields of epidemiology, parasite ecology, biomedical parasitology, and evolutionary biology. I am taking doctor course to enhance my knowledge and research skills in mathematical biology. I also want to expand my collaboration networks to meet experts and fellow students in my field. I want to learn more about the emerging topics in mathematical biology and the techniques how to have a successful research project. I usually sit down with pen and paper and computer to study theoretical biology, but I also experience doing experimental and observational field research. I am going back to the Philippines to become a faculty member of the University of the Philippines Los Baños Mathematics Division. I also plan to do interdisciplinary field research. I dream to become a full professor at the University of the Philippines and help enhance the science in my country.